Okay, hi everybody. So you might catch a little bit of background noise today because it's a Sunday morning and I've got a little one running around who's trying to help me do this recording, so you may hear from her later on. In any case, so I tried to do this little demonstration painting from Kat's photograph showing kind of how you would address like all these, kind of visually mucky areas that are actually exactly what you want. But it's hard to kind of wrap your head around it when you're learning how to paint tonally. So anyway, what I'm showing you here represents probably about an hour and 20 minutes of work, and I think there will be some things about it that surprise you. So I took Kat's painting, or Kat's photograph, I took about the rightmost 30 to 40% of it, and I set it up like this so that the canvas was, I could do my painting alongside of it. And so the first thing that I did was I dropped in a neutral gray just because I wanted to, have a background that wasn't white or black. And then the next thing that I did was I did some quick passes. Now you'll see that these quick passes look like nothing, so that was, maybe 2 minutes of work. And one of the things that I think you'll notice about this is it seems like I'm really not doing much, and then all of a sudden the image is there. So, this I was just kind of quickly, it's almost like a gestural sketch of the tones. And then I did another pass with some slightly darker areas, just kind of building things up tonally. Then I think I came in and did a pass with lights. And again, even at this point, it doesn't look like much at all. The only reason you can tell anything about it is because it's next to the photograph, and other than that, it just looks like mush. So then I came in, and I don't know if you guys will notice this, but I'm doing like a medium values, then light values, then dark values, and kind of alternating between the three. So here's another pass with darker values to kind of establish some of the shadow patterns. And I can already see like drawing problems and edge problems, and I'm seeing these things all the time, but I'm just kind of correcting them as I go. So then I came back with another round of midtones to kind of soften some of the things that I thought were popping too much. And now you can see that, hey, okay, it's starting to happen. You're starting to see an image. Then I came in with another layer of highlights, and this is where you're really going to see a lot of drama, particularly in the top of it. And you see that now, like just going back and forth between those last two layers take it from that to that, and you can see that, hey, you're starting to get a similar pattern of light and darks. And again, the first few layers, these first 4 layers or so, that was probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then these last 2 layers were much slower. These last 2 layers were maybe about, 20 minutes each or something like that, 20 or 30 minutes each. And actually, if I did another layer, the next thing that I would do is I'd add some darks, because like I'm wanting to get these darks in here a little bit better. I'm wanting to reshape some of this. I'm wanting to get some darks in here a little bit better, particularly these two. I'm wanting to reshape this one, reshape these down here, put these in a little more forcefully, reshape the bottom of the rock here. So, there's a lot of little things I would do, but you can see how it develops. So that's kind of what I want you guys to understand is, I'm not trying to define things right away. I'm not drawing trees. I'm not drawing rocks. I'm drawing light and dark patterns, and that's really all you have to do. If you draw the light and dark patterns, you'll get the realism. So that's pretty much it. Again, that probably represents about an hour and 10 minutes, maybe an hour and 20 minutes of work. And, I was mentioning to someone last night that this really represents it's something where the first hour gets me, I would say this is like maybe 60 or 70% of the way to a final, and that can be accomplished in an hour. It's the remaining 30% that would take me 10 times as long or 5 times as long. So that's just kind of how tonal drawing works. But with something like this, you can kind of sneak up on it rather quickly. So that's kind of what I'm hoping you guys will try and emulate. So anyway, I hope that helps. And let's see, Eliana, come here for a second. Can you give any advice to my students? What advice would you have for my students? Can you say hi to my students?
Hi, students.
What advice would you have for them when you tell them to squint? Can you say squint? Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.